Puppet Hideaway, Puppet Hideaway, Puppet Hideaway.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Collector's Haven. I'm Mike Pingel, your host. And today we have the amazing Eric Thomsen and his, obvious you can tell, the world of puppets. I have a little bit of history of Eric. Eric started his love of puppets and children's entertainment on Fox TV station, which I don't know which one, we'll have to ask him, where he created Foxford, the puppet character, on a locally successful TV show, children's television show, called Fox Kids Club. Then he found himself later on in the entertainment world in Los Angeles as he grew up. He worked at Saban Entertainment with Power Rangers. Then he went to Sony Pictures, where he developed toys, no less, for such huge movies such as Spider-Man, Smurfs, Ghostbusters. And then after all of that, he jumped into the world of Pokemon. Oh my goodness. And now, full circle, he's come back with his full collection of puppets and created the Puppet Hideaway. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Eric!
Yay!
I'm going to show my t-shirt off because I'm wearing Jim Henson's puppets.
Oh, nice!
Yes, I you know, it's a yellow screen, I guess, that kind of faded me out. So Eric, welcome to the show. Full disclaimer, I've known Eric for a very long time, but I haven't met all his puppets yet, so this is going to be exciting.
Yes, although I will admit, we're only going to meet just a fraction of all of the puppets in my collection, but I have a lot to show you today, and I'll be able to share with you where you can see all the rest of them.
So, in a ballpark, how many puppets do you have?
I have not counted them. I would estimate that I have scheduled to do a Puppet of the Day segment, and I don't plan to have an issue with puppets for the next couple years.
Next couple of years. So over 300 plus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start in the beginning. How did you get into puppetry and the love of puppets?
My interest in puppetry and my collection started around the mid-'80s, and it was right about Return of the Jedi finished in 1983, and Fraggle Rock premiered in 1984. So it was right about that time. I think I was getting out of the action figure toy world, and I was a tween at the time, and that was really what got me into getting into puppets. And I think part of it too was, for a lot of people in that stage in life, it's challenging. I was living in a foreign country. I was feeling like an awkward kid. Maybe I just was an awkward kid, but I found that the worlds of Sesame Street, The Muppet Show, Fraggle Rock, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, those sort of shows, showed me a happy place. And that's what I started to do. And so I didn't really start out collecting. I just started finding friends, and then I just got more friends, and now
that's usually what happens with collectors. You start with one thing, and then you get another, and then before you know it, you have a whole room full of pink Charlie's Angels toys that your mother wants you to throw away. Hi, Mom.
Yes, you know the drill. Yes.
So you're in Europe, and how did you get to creating a children's TV show? How did that happen?
When I started overseas, I was actually doing puppet shows around my community for family and friends, local churches, the British Boy Scouts, groups like that. And then it wasn't until then we came back to the United States. And in college, I worked at a couple of TV stations, and one of them was KBVO, Fox 42 in Austin, Texas. I was in the promotions department and the Fox Kids Club. I thought it would be really great if they could have a puppet co-host. So I pitched the idea to have a Fox character, because it was a Fox channel. And so I designed and created Foxford, who, yes, I was able to convince management and overcome some obstacles with some of the talent to get him on the air. And and so I think my success with doing this character was what prompted me to, or helped me be awarded the Children's Internship Program with the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. And that's what brought me out to Los Angeles to work and get my start in children's programming. And I was interning at NBC's Saturday morning block. And then that led to Saban and Power Rangers and all this great stuff that you already mentioned.
So you, to be quite honest, helped not only create fun things such as Foxford, but you created things that kids around the world were playing with.
Yes, that's true. And definitely when I took a slight shift, as many people do when they get out to Los Angeles, because they realize there is such a big world of opportunity around the entertainment industry. So when my first intention was just to do children's shows, I then realized that there was the whole manufacturing consumer products side of it. Yes, consumer products around the entertainment properties. And so I was well suited for that because I had such an experience and passion and love for toys, and also all my experience making puppets then gave me the expertise and the know-how to be able to help companies and be able to speak to them in how to modify their designs and stuff to make sure that the characters were on model and looked the way they were supposed to. So it was I guess what started out as a hobby really paid off.
Now you've created a whole world called the Puppet Hideaway, and tell me how that happens.
Yes, so the Puppet Hideaway is it's basically the dream of what I wanted to do from the very start. When I got into puppetry, I wanted to create a world and share with people this idea of a safe place that I found, that I treasured with some of the puppet entertainment that I grew up with. So it was midway through the pandemic when I was doing a lot of soul searching and getting to a stage in my life where I was thinking about wanting to really make an impact and what I wanted to do. And I decided, I said, now is the time. If not now, when? And I came up with this idea of the Puppet Hideaway. And the Hideaway it's a getaway to a world of fun, entertaining puppet characters who enjoy the brighter side of life and who all share the common goal of wanting to make the world a happier place. So that's what the Puppet Hideaway is. And I've been using social media and short form video content to spread awareness or to create this universe. It's one of the wonderful things about media these days is that you don't have to actually get your TV show deal. You can, create stuff on your own. And now we're 3+, I guess, going into our 4th year on this project. And we've done a new series or a new show every month. And that show or series is made up of daily episodes. So you'll be able to see those at the Puppet Hideaway on all your social media accounts. And in addition to that, I've added a segment this year that is the Puppet of the Day. And it's every day I just share a quick little video. It's about 30 to 45 seconds. And it's where I show off one of these puppets. So we don't have time today to show you or talk about them all, which we may not. You can definitely tune in and you can see them there. And my goal on one side, on the collector side, is by doing this daily content, I'm sort of creating a video archive history of my collection. But I would also like to team up with somebody or figure out how to contribute and build a puppet collecting database website like many of the toy collectors have, doll collectors.
Funko Pop.
I don't know to find that yet for puppets, so I don't want to create it if I don't have to. If somebody has one and wants to tell me about it, that would be awesome.
There you go. You can reach out to Eric about that. Okay, well, let's thank you. That's mind-blowing about your huge career and where it's come. And you're in a room full of all your friends. Who is your favorite puppet in all your puppets?
Well, now, Mike, that's like asking a parent who their favorite child is. I can't say that I necessarily have a favorite. I mean, Foxford is always near and dear to my heart because he's the one that I, created and performed with on a show for TV. But I'm surrounded by, like I said, many wonderful puppets from incredible puppet manufacturers. But I do certainly have some favorites. I guess what I thought I might do is, just point out some of the ones and just alert you guys on some of the companies involved. This one is one of my newer puppets. She just arrived, and she's Donna, and she is a wonderful. She's my diva puppet. She loves to sing, and she is made by Living Puppets, which is a puppet out of Germany. And I'm kind of new to them, but they're really great. And I've got another one of them. It is this this great little horse character. So Living Puppets, like I said, they really do wonderful little character designs. Another thing that I've come to learn is that puppetry is much more popular in Europe. It's more ingrained in their culture. Everyone grew up with them. So they're much more accepted and popular than they are here in the United States. In fact, I'm not sure if you knew that the Muppet Show was actually, Jim Henson pitched that to all the American broadcasters and no one took it. So he ended up having to go to England and getting a deal with the British broadcasters in order to get it paid. So,
I didn't know that.
So another puppet that is very special to me is made by a company called Puppets, and this one was actually designed by my father, and it's with a company called Puppets. They're based out of Australia, and that's like the B's for the P's, right? So it's Puppets. And this, you can actually go on there and you pick the hair, the color, the whatever, and they make it for you. So he's really wonderful. These are very professional, great design puppets. So I have a few of them.
Wow.
Then I also wanted to point out, I guess, some of the ones that are maybe more unique. You said, what are your favorites? Maybe the question might be, what are the most sentimental or that? And this is a wooden handmade German marionette that my parents got for me again while we were overseas. And again, it's from the 80s, and it's always been very special to me. Another story about, when sometimes the things you collect are very special to you. This is a dodo bird, and it is from Folkmanis Puppets. And the reason why this puppet means a lot to me was, as you had mentioned, I was doing a lot of puppet stuff that brought me out to Los Angeles. But then my collecting and puppet stuff sort of was put on hold and kind of put to the back burner while I was working on, other parts of my career. And on a trip down to San Diego with my parents, we went into a store and I saw this incredible, wonderful puppet by Folkmanis, and I fell in love with it. I just thought it was amazing. But at the time, I was sort of, I guess in collector speak, I was on hold collecting puppets. I said, I don't need another puppet. What am I doing with puppets? So I moved on. Well, then my mom went missing for a bit, and then, she was doing something, and turns out she was sneaking away to buy the puppet for me. And so it was really sweet. And it was one of those moments where I was reminded of the fact that just because you stop collecting something or you stop doing it doesn't mean that the passion for it and that goes away. It's still there. You're just maybe not acting on it quite so much.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking at some. What are the orange ones to the? I would say to the left of you. Are those to the other side? To your right? I guess your right side. There's a red one and an orange one.
Oh.
What are those? Oh my goodness.
Thank you for asking. This is a great question. This is this is an apple. This is an orange. These are from a company called Puppet Pals. And what I really like about them is that the mouth plate, he has the seeds of the apple and he's got the little slices of the orange. This company also makes Mr. Broccoli. And we also, they also make this incredible, cool dragon. I just found out that this dragon actually has a pink female counterpart that I wasn't aware of. So add that to my list. And I noticed as a fan of your show, you always ask, what is that thing you're looking for?
Yes, what is that thing you're looking for?
Yes! So, of those Puppet Pals, I have almost all of them. Oh, and let me also, look at this. How crazy is this one? This is from the same company, same manufacturer. And this is a box of Chinese food. And I think what's so fun and wacky about it is that the mouth is like, what is it? A soup, right? Wonton soup or something. And it's got a little mushroom as his tongue. And I'm just like, what a wacky, fun, crazy design. So I absolutely love these puppets. And they have one that's an ear of corn. So there's a corn puppet. And I need this puppet for one of my shows. But it's like in a collection, right? It's like one of those that I don't have, so I want. And I ordered it. I got it for Christmas. And it was from eBay, and it said it was on its way. And I'm all excited. I'm counting down the days like a little kid, waiting for Santa Claus to come at Christmas. And then he doesn't come. And then he doesn't come. And then I write my little things and say, well, what happened? Where did it go? What's the deal? Or whatever. And and so they wrote me back and said, I don't know. Well, we're not sure. We looked around our warehouse. We can't find it. Whatever. We refunded you your money. Try again. And so I'm still looking. And so I was quite disappointed.
That's what happens sometimes. But I do have a question. with these amazing characters are all around you, what creates your story? The characters or other stuff? I mean, do you look at a character and go, oh yes, we're going to do a whole week of this, or we're going to do a story on this, or we're going to write a story with this character in mind? How does that work with the Puppet Hideaway house?
Wow.
Puppet Hideaway.
Wow. Boy, that is a great question, Mike. And it is something that I have really been struggling with. I would say it's a little mix of both. One of them is that, yes, I have puppets, you know, and I want to go like, oh, I've got all these farmyard puppets. I should do that. But I've really been struggling right now with doing this story about the farmyard because it's like, I want to do a story and I want to use all these wonderful, you know, the cows, the pigs, the donkeys, the goats, all this stuff. But the story just hasn't been there. It's been a real struggle for me. But then in other cases, it's like I came up with the story idea, like I want to do for this little caterpillar who's going to get into a race with his other bug friends. Then he gets injured in the race and has to be bandaged up in a cocoon and comes out the other side as a butterfly and ready for the big bug dance at the end, and he's the super dancer star because now he's a butterfly. So that was where I had the story, and then I had to get the other puppets, you know, after that to kind of make it work. So the answer is, I guess, it happens both ways. Mm-hmm. And yeah, coming up with the stories, I would also say, is probably the hardest part of everything I do. Not that any of it's easy, but that part's really hard.
All right. Next, another question. Who is Jim Henson your idol as far as puppets or puppetry or creations? Or who do you look for, or what movie are you drawn to that you love the most?
Yes, I would say, yeah, probably, yes, Jim Henson, and of course, the incredible talent that he surrounded himself with were all really wonderful. I mean, he really was such a visionary, and everything you see and hear and read about him is that he was just an incredible person. Another big one on my list, though, would be Mr. Rogers. He was also just an incredible force of good in the world. And I think also what I like about Mr. Rogers is that it reminds you that it's not how great the puppets are. It's not how great the production is. It's the story, it's the heart, it's whatever. So when you went into Mr. Rogers' Make-Believe Land, yeah, those puppets were pretty simplistic, but they were fantastic, and you were transported, and you were there, and it was really great. Yeah, and I would definitely say, I mentioned a couple of times Fraggle Rock, and I do want to make sure that I point out when we talk about our favorite things, this is the entry hall to the Puppet Hideaway, and this is where I have on display some of my favorite puppets from my collections. These were made in 2009 by a company called Manhattan Toy, and they're the 5 main Fraggles. And for those of you familiar with Fraggle Rock, of course, you know it's Gobo, Moki, Webley, Boober, Red. And Moki is the latest addition. I hadn't been able to find her for forever. And yeah, she just arrived. And so I think Fraggle Rock is probably, yeah, it's always sort of hard to say when there's so much wonderful stuff out there in the world of puppetry, but Fraggle Rock is probably up there as one of my all-time favorite shows. And I really have to give a little salute to John Tartaglia and the rest of the gang that have worked so hard to bring it back with Fraggle Rock Back to the Rock, which which is now on Apple Plus. I'm not being paid. This is not a sponsorship, but as a fan.
Maybe they're getting you a job. Bring you in.
Yeah, season 2 is premiering at the end of this month, March 29th on Apple Plus.
And are you enjoying the new seasons?
I am. The first episode, I'll be honest, was really tough because when they remake something, it is so hard when you have been watching a show and everything.
What do I know?
Oh yeah. So when it started, I'm like, wait, what? This is not my Fraggle Rock. Oh no! You changed the song. The characters have different voices. But it only took me an episode, and I got used to it, and I loved it for what it is, and it's it's wonderful. It stands on its own. It's terrific.
Beautiful. So what is the most priciest puppet you have there in your house?
Hey, you might have stumped me on that one. Let me think a minute. Well, I can tell you the least priciest. We could start there.
What is that?
So, yes, when it's out there that you're a collector, sometimes you can really luck out, and you have a friend who finds a score at the Goodwill, and this guy apparently, Mike, you can confirm, was $1.
It's only $1. Yes, I bought it for Eric. It cost me more to send it to Eric than it was to buy it.
Oh yeah. Let's also give credit. This is made by Fiesta Toys, and yeah, wow, what a crazy fun puppet, and I love the arms and everything. Let's see. One of the more expensive puppets, I guess I would say, is I have this Goofy puppet from Folk Manus, and part of it is just because it is no longer in production, and it is such a large puppet, let's see. One of the things I love about this is that you can actually control his little hands and go. So he's really cute. He's probably one of the more expensive. Also, whenever you have puppets that are custom made, like this one, those tend to be a little bit more expensive. But in terms of collecting a real high value thing, it's not really like other collections. I don't think puppets at this point really retain their value. And I guess my advice would be for people who are collecting puppets is, if you find a puppet that you really like, but it's crazy expensive on eBay, just wait, because somebody will post it and not know what it is or care about it or whatever, and they'll just be like, yeah, here's this thing, I don't know, yeah, $20, and you're like, yes. So I think in that regard, I don't think the puppet collecting community is as evolved and sophisticated as some of the other collecting universes, and I guess that kind of works in our favor, because I feel like I get a lot of good deals just because people have no idea.
Absolutely. So is eBay the best place to find puppets, or do you actually go to the manufacturers? What's the best place for you to find puppets?
So it's very difficult to find puppets in most of your traditional brick and mortar toy stores, and that's because puppets are difficult to display. They don't stand well on a shelf. It's hard to get that perceived value because they look, they're sort of sad. So they do tend to do better with online sales. I actually get a lot of mine from Amazon, Walmart. A lot of those sites now have third-party sellers selling on them in addition to eBay. The other thing I would point out too is, some of those sites like Etsy and that, there's a whole world of people out there who are making their own puppets. And back in the day when I was doing this, that world wasn't open to me. I didn't know that was a thing. But, those hard to find puppets, I've been trying to find a snowman forever. And I've even talked to some of the puppet manufacturers and said, you need to make a snowman. I've been trying to do a show. There's no snowman out there. And I did find this little clever guy. And again, this is just by, it's Henderson Hand Puppets. Smith Henderson. Smith Henderson Hand Puppets. And he's a guy who, makes puppets on the side or whatever. So, yeah.
There you go.
So I would say support your local artists. Go to your craft fairs.
Well, Eric, I think you can make your own snow puppet too. You work.
Yes. I think maybe the universe is telling me that's what I have to do. And then as you said, also don't forget Goodwill.
Goodwill. Going into thrift stores, Goodwill. I mean, that's where I for me, finding some good deals, trying to, thrift or flea markets are another good place to find stuff. You just stumble upon stuff.
Because people have no idea what they have. And you just say, wow.
Or they just want to get it out of their house and into somebody else's.
Yes.
So this has been wonderful. Thank you for sharing your puppets. Tell everybody how they can watch the show, where they can reach you, if they have that one puppet you want, the corn, and anything else that you want to share. Okay, great. Well, it's pretty easy. Everything is under The Puppet Hideaway. It's ThePuppetHideaway.com is my website. That's where you can see all of our content. There's a daily blog. You can also check out The Puppet Hideaway on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Clapper. And is that all? And TikTok, at least for now. It's true.
Let's see what else. Oh, and then my contact information is on the website, but it's also just ThePuppetHideaway@gmail.com. So you can reach me anywhere. It's The Puppet Hideaway everywhere.
Wonderful. And so, wow. I don't know what to say. Puppets have a different meaning to me. I don't know.
Well,
yes.
I'm so glad that I got to share some of this with you, and I would say to any of your viewers, fans out there who've enjoyed this, like I said, I do a little clip every day on those sites where I'll go into detail, 30 seconds of detail on, a particular puppet. So they can see more there.
Wonderful. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for taking the time today. And thank you everybody out there for watching today. The Puppet Hideaway House is over there and near Rhea right here at Collector's Haven. Thanks for tuning in, and more to come, more collectors. And if you have a collection you want to share, please call me, text me, write me, email me, smoke signal me. We'd love to talk to you about your collection too. Bye guys. Thank you, Eric. Bye all the puppets.